Okay, and on one other note, I just want you to know we're really, the other thing I did is these are to scale. The one you sent me, this took up most of the middle, and I wanted to put it in for scale for you so you could see exactly how big the mandala is going to be in the background. And we haven't really decided on the grid yet because I wasn't sure what size mandala you were going to go with, but I'll figure that in as I move towards designing, and I'll have some questions about that for you. We may find ourselves with smaller grid with more areas for this. We may find ourselves with this grid. We may find ourselves doing a grid junction here and here, but I don't know yet. So let's go back to this. Okay, so this is the glob that I showed you. Globs come in pretty, this is a soldered glob. I just took it out of another project. Globs come in very limited colors. Like this is a dark wine. It really doesn't come in a lavender. This is a pale lavender, but sometimes that's not enough color. Of course, cobalt blue, medium blue. This would be a cobalt. So they come in limited colors, so we'll have to talk about what you want to use where. But so these are globs. And so what I do with globs is this. When I'm working on a window that has a glob, I do not cut a circle in each piece of glass because then it looks like a button, and you don't want it to look like a button. You want it to look like an architectural element within the panel. So what I do when I cut my glass is I cut out my 3/4 by 3/4 place. Then I put the glob in, and then I solder around the glob. And I'm going to show you right now. I'll do another little video about it. I'll show you how that looks, and it's actually really, really pretty. A caveat, I'm not going to show you the best example, but you'll understand where I'm going with this as we move into design. Okay, one other thing is, you might want to consider, although we don't want it to look like berries, that would be a bad thing, you might want to consider maybe putting globs here also. They're difficult to fit into this area. You either use 1 or 3. There's a lot of lead fill, which is what the next video is going to be about. But globs are an option. Particularly, I want to stress, if you are not going to do these as clear bevels, let's do globs here, which is not a bad idea because it's just going to pull, as I've shown you here, it's going to pull these colors a little bit more into the center and make this just a little more unified. It's just a design technique. Okay, so I'm going to do another quick video and show you about how I use globs in square areas.